Hi, I'm Clem from South Tech Reviews, and today we're checking out the review of the Samsung S21. Samsung refines and redefines their products all the time. Technology is always progressing forward. Samsung is moving along with that trend and sometimes even setting that trend themselves. The S21 range has already set the bar for 2021. The S21 range compared to the previous iteration with some design and software changes, it feels like a complete different device, but it's made by the same company. It has a brand new design with a camera module that wraps around the body and flows into the rest of the device. The design of the plastic body still feels premium with the aluminium rail on the side, and it's covered by Gorilla Glass Victus on the front display. You can be more than sure that your device can take a punch, although I wouldn't advise it. We have an under-display fingerprint reader. So if you checked out my video on the S20 I had last year, I said this technology is only going to get better, and this device has a super fast fingerprint unlock. The S21 comes in 3 different variants: the S21 itself, or the base model, the S21 Plus, and the S21 Ultra. The model I got to review is the Samsung S21, the 256 gigs with 8 gigs of RAM, and the color that I got was the Onyx Black. This year Samsung dropped SD support, and with 256 gigs or 128 gigs, you don't need a SD card all that much if you're not going to put a whole lot of files on your phone. And plus, you have the option of cloud support. You should be sorted for the next 2 to 3 years. As expected from Samsung devices, they all support the gorgeous Dynamic AMOLED display, with this device being a 6.2 inch with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels, with QHD being reserved for the Ultra devices. And being a full HD display, you're not going to have any problems with viewing, as this display has 1300 nits of brightness. So if you're out in daylight or extreme bright light or at night, you will be able to see everything that's happening on this display. With previous flagships, Samsung has kept the 120Hz refresh rate on the display. The display also supports HDR10 Plus. To stay on the topic of the 120Hz, the device won't always refresh at 120Hz, but can drop down to a lower rate in order to preserve battery life. So if you're on social media or gaming away, the device management chooses the frame rate that suits you best. But with a 4000 mAh cell that's included in the device, you have enough battery life to take you through a complete day and even have some juice at night. If you're not happy with that, the device does support fast charge, although you're going to have to buy that adapter separately. If you're still not happy that the device does support QI technology, so wireless charging is definitely an option. And the third option is get yourself a friend with the S21 as well, and you guys can do reverse wireless charging. I mean, isn't it about sharing the love? For me personally, the most standout hardware on this device is definitely the cameras. And I personally feel Samsung has turned their attention to the creative community. It's going to make you look like a professional. To give a breakdown as to the cameras at the back of the device, as a 12 megapixel wide, as a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and you get the 64 megapixel telephoto camera that supports 3x optical zoom and can zoom in up to 30 times digitally from the 3x optical zoom. You should get a pretty great zoom on the S21 itself. With the hardware being this good, it was only logic that the software does its job as well. And different scenic modes that Samsung introduced is just on point, from the single point 2.0 and your normal photo capture with the scenic modes. It just works. My best feature on this device is the director's mode, and it is a super cool feature. The Exynos chip allows you to utilize all 3 cameras at the back all at once, including the front camera if you're into vlogging. And the best thing about the director's mode is being able to choose which shot that you require, so you'd know exactly where to go and what content to shoot, as you'd be able to frame it up best. The camera is also able to do 4K super slow motion video. The 8K video feature has returned that allows you to pull 33 megapixel stills. It's still an awesome feature. The front camera on the punch hole display is a 10 megapixel camera and is also able to do many features, including the portrait shot. So if you're into the bowl bokeh thing with that creates the blurry background, definitely check out that feature. In recent years, Samsung has also partnered with various stakeholders, including Microsoft, and this allows you to integrate MS Word, MS PowerPoint, or the different MS applications that's available right onto your phone, whereby you can pick up doing a task on your device and you can walk away to your PC, sync everything up, and continue the whole project. The DeX feature is also present, which allows you to wirelessly connect to either a television display or a compatible monitor. You got a key, if you have a keyboard and a mouse, you're also able just to continue things from there. And the whole ecosystem, I feel personally that Samsung is finally going in the right direction with the whole ecosystem thing, and it's been years coming, and I'm glad Samsung has refined it to such a point. Samsung has also really come to the party with regards to software updates and security patches, and that is pretty awesome. It's what we as fans wanted for years, and it makes these devices so much more easier to recommend. Not only is backed up by awesome hardware, but now the software, which is Android 11 on this device, skinned by One UI 3.0, the experience is just turning into a breeze. I'd just like to extend a huge thanks to Samsung personally, as this device is so easy to recommend right now, whether you're a power user or you just want a device to capture some images. I'd recommend this device for somebody who's in the market for an upgrade, or if you come from the S10 as from a 2-year contract, this would be the perfect device or perfect upgrade for you right now. And the camera is even way better than what you think you had on the S10. As usual, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for supporting my content. Now we'll link some of my social feeds at the bottom, and thank you very much for the support. Have a super day. Goodbye.